What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Forever News, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
Thought it would have been, wish it would have been. Acting like I'm fine, it's getting harder to pretend. I said, thought you would have been, wish you would have been. Maybe I was wrong, it was me all along.
And before we get started, if you would be so kind as to check out my album, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt, out now on all streaming platforms. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, everywhere you get your music. The Rise of Tim Roosevelt, out now. Got records like Day Ones, the intro that you've heard on my videos, got Mistakes, Balance, all sorts of really dope music. And it's an album about healing, growth, maturity, and all that good stuff. So if you would get a chance, check it out. I'd appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit it, subscribe. You know you want to get the news, you dig? But let's get into the episode. And first story on the docket. Now, a lot of people, for the most part, ever since the launch of the One Piece Netflix live action, have said that it was freaking great. It was awesome, including me, despite the fact that incoming into this thing, I was a little skeptical. I had my doubts, also some behind the scenes nonsense that went down, but nevertheless, most people since the launch of the One Piece Netflix live action have said that it's really, really good, and they really, really like it, and it's already greenlit for a season 2. They're in talks of like 12 seasons, with 6 of them at the very least, Oda being attached to it, for like a lot of really great stuff for the One Piece Netflix live action. Positivity, ratings, everything you could possibly think of has gone right for this. However, there is somebody that is pretty popular, I guess you would say, that is not a fan of the One Piece Netflix live action, and that is the English voice actor for Son Goku, Sean Schimmel. Apparently Sean Schimmel is not digging the One Piece Netflix live action. Let's take a read and we'll find out why. Netflix's One Piece hasn't convinced this Dragon Ball star about live action anime. There is no denying that One Piece is on the up and up. The series is thriving with its manga and anime as per usual. Of course, now Netflix's live action adaptation of One Piece has ignited a new Straw Hat craze. Fans across the globe are now reevaluating whether Hollywood is finally ready to handle anime adaptations after a slew of infamous misses, but it seems one of Dragon Ball's stars is not convinced. The update comes from Sean Schimmel, as the longtime voice of Son Goku spoke with Bleeding Cool recently. It was there the English dub actor admitted he wasn't impressed by One Piece and that Hollywood hasn't learned its lesson from Dragon Ball Evolution. He said, "It's weird because I've kind of got an insider view, and I've watched Hollywood try to understand anime my entire career, and they still don't get it. It's not until you see, and I'm not even entirely sure the anime genre trends will ever translate well to live action. I'm not entirely convinced," Schimmel explained. "I've only watched part of the live action One Piece from Netflix, and I frankly think it's terrible. The 2009 Dragon Ball Z live action movie was also terrible, but for a different reason though. They had switched directors halfway through before they even started production. It's interesting to watch Hollywood try to grab onto it and try to get into that space. I feel as a public figure, I feel so nervous about even saying I don't like the One Piece live action very much. That's not necessarily the crew and cast's fault." Clearly, Schimmel is still in the camp of fans who aren't happy with live action anime adaptations. While Japan has rolled out a number of solid adaptations, Hollywood has struggled to find footing in the medium. While the Speed Racer and Alita Battle Angel were successful, which both of those were pretty good movies, I really enjoyed them, a slew of notorious bombs have shadowed Hollywood. The successful launch of Netflix's One Piece has started to turn over that reputation, but there are still holdouts like Schimmel. But one day the actor says he might be persuaded otherwise. Once you have somebody that a fan helming something, the test will then finally be, we've got the right person in the slot. Will this genre translate to live action? I'm not convinced it will yet, but I could be wrong for sure, the actor revealed. If you have not given the One Piece a shot, you can jump aboard the Going Merry ASAP. Live action is now on Netflix. Last week, the show was granted a season 2 order, much to the delight of fans. And yeah, a lot of people are really enjoying it. I'm not even going to lie. Majority of the people in my household have watched it and like it. And that's anywhere from people that never seen One Piece, read One Piece or anything like that, the anime or manga, to people that are hardcore One Piece fans of the anime and manga. And we both agree that it's freaking awesome. So yeah, I guess I want to pass off the question to you guys. How do you guys feel about Sean Schimmel, voice of Goku, not digging the One Piece Netflix live action and basically saying that it's terrible? At the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I can't fault him for having his opinion. However, I disagree, and that's coming from somebody that's caught up on One Piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way up to date with the manga of One Piece, and I really enjoy it. In fact, I saw my niece the other day watching some of the episodes, and I just stood standing in the hallway for a minute staring at the screen like, yo, this is really dope. I really like it. So yeah, but you know, regardless, shout outs to Schimmel for having his opinion, because again, everybody's entitled to say how they feel, and shouldn't be like no backlash towards him like, oh my god, he's a horrible person. No, he just has an opinion that differs, and that's okay. Moving forward, something of a quick update that I wanted to throw in there. A lot of leakers have been pushing this. I'm not going to say it's 100% confirmed by any stretch of the imagination, but coming from somebody that is a classic Katekyo Hitman Reborn fan, I did want to throw out there that apparently there are rumors that Katekyo Hitman Reborn will be getting a new anime adaptation. A lot of those rumors are more so substantiated also by the fact that there was recently a trailer that was released to commemorate Katekyo Hitman Reborn over on YouTube, an official trailer from Jump and whatnot. So there's definitely been some action at the very least for this IP in recent times of getting some motion going for the series. And also, I believe it was about a year or two now that they had announced that there was a Katekyo Hitman Reborn committee that was formed in order to get things going. And considering the fact that reboots have been in the last couple of years like a big craze, you know, like the Shaman King remake and stuff like that, I have no doubt in my mind that there's a strong possibility for a Katekyo Hitman Reborn anime remake. Ideally, I would like for them to, you know, slide through some of them daily life episodes, but regardless of how they handle it, I'm here for it because Katekyo Hitman Reborn was amazing, and I was so sad that it never got a complete adaptation of the manga. So yeah, if these rumors between the leakers and the fact that, you know, Jump is doing trailers and stuff like that for some of the old stuff of Hitman Reborn are kind of pushing forth, I want that Katekyo Hitman Reborn remake, and I think Katekyo Hitman Reborn will do very, very well in this climate and in general just because it's a freaking awesome story and a great series. So yeah, it's about time. Let's get that Katekyo Hitman Reborn anime remake. Let's go! If these rumors, which again, rumors, I want to stress, rumors are legit. Moving forward, in case you don't know, there has been a new manga in Weekly Shonen Jump that has been, for better or worse, making several rounds of people either liking it or bashing on it or trolling it all together, depending on where you stand is where, you know, ultimately you're gonna run with this thing. But there's a new manga called Kagura Bachi. It's, as of the recording of this video, only one chapter out. Chapter 2 comes out in a few days, and ultimately a lot of people have been talking about this thing, so much so that Kagura Bachi marks a record-breaking launch under Shonen Jump. When it comes to manga fans, there is one thing you should know: the fandom should never be underestimated. From shoujo fanatics to shonen supporters, readers go hard for their favorite series. It isn't often a brand new series is able to churn that kind of dedication, but it does happen. Kagura Bachi is proof as much because Shueisha's series is drawing massive buzz. This week marks the debut of Kagura Bachi, and the series is already skyrocketing. Created by Takeru Hokazono, Kagura Bachi has all the ingredients to succeed. Its lead has an effortlessly sleek design, there's plenty of supernatural flair, and we got some wild swordplay. With just a single chapter to its name, Kagura Bachi is a clear hit, and fans are already hooked. And yeah, I believe in the Mangaplus app, Kagura Bachi has surpassed Black Clover and Spy Family on the rankings of Mangaplus, like heading towards the top 10 most read manga, which again is insane. A part of me feels like it's almost unreal, especially like the hype started from just art, and then leading into the series' debut, it got even more crazier, for better or worse, with some people saying, no, it's generic, they hate it. Some people saying it's great, it's awesome, it has so much potential. But that's madness to surpass. Again, maybe Black Clover, you know, you'd say, okay, it's no longer a Weekly Shonen Jump, so it has a little bit of an edge towards Black Clover, but Spy Family is, you know, still going. And regardless, both of them have racked up massive fan bases. So for this one newbie to come in and do this, it's saying something. Need proof? Well, you can look at Mangaplus to see all the evidence. The site ranks its top performing series, and it is incredibly rare to see newcomers in the top. Kagura Bachi has blown away that truth by entering the top 10 of Mangaplus. The series has enough hits that it has surpassed both Black Clover and Spy Family. The latter two series are absolute hits with readers globally, so Kagura Bachi's victory must be acknowledged. At this point, the new series is close to overcoming Don in 9th place, so it already hit top 10. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick look. Let's see if we can find where it's at right now. As of the recording of this right now, it's crazy to say, and I'm going to get a screenshot so you guys see that I'm not pulling a chain by any means. I'm not yanking a chain. Kagurabachi is number 7, surpassing Dragon Ball Super, Dan Da Dan, the original Boruto. Obviously, now they've separated because Boruto is separated between the time skip and the classic Boruto with Two Blue Vortex and classic Boruto. But it is the 7th hottest manga right now with 342,947 readers, and it's a brand new series. It's not a spin-off of any sorts. What the hell is going on here? So, you know, you could love it or hate it, but there's definitely some hype behind it because it's not only top 10, it's number 7, surpassing, you know, you can say what you want. Okay, Boruto is over. You know, it's not counting the Two Blue Vortex stuff. It surpassed Dragon Ball Super. That's pretty big. As for the fandom itself, well, Kagurabachi is thriving. From fan art to shorts and fan-made OSTs, manga readers are showing out for Kagurabachi. The new series is enjoying one of the strongest debuts in manga's modern history. Now, only time will tell whether its editorial team can keep on delivering fire in the face of immense pressure. No, honestly, the big test is going to be whether or not the Japanese rock with it. Because right here, boom, everybody likes it over here. Great. Do the Japanese like it is whether or not it'll stay around, or they'll cancel it, or maybe they'll have some consideration and put it in Jump Plus. That's, you know, remains to be seen that they'll actually do something like that. But yeah, it's also doing numbers as far as like a trailer that was released, because it says here Kagurabachi celebrates massive debut with special trailer. Kagurabachi has debuted its first chapter in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine, and it's been such a success that a special trailer has been released to hype its debut. Shueisha's been clearing out its magazine and making room for some new series to make their debuts over the last few weeks, but one of the new entries has been garnering a lot of buzz from manga fans online before it even made its official debut. I also want to throw in there that there's a big possibility that this could be basically, I don't want to say false hype, but essentially it could be, if you've ever heard of music industry terms, an industry plant type of situation where the hype about Kagurabachi may not be all the way legit and it may be boosted numbers. So I want to throw that in there as well, because I also like to keep it real with people. You never know, that could very well be the case because Jump is in desperate need of a big one right now. Now that it's here, Kagurabachi has gone on to already breaking some big records as more fans flock to see the new series in action. Takeru Hokazono has made their debut in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump with Kagurabachi, a manga series that introduces fans to an intense world of samurai, yakuza, and sorcerers with a very hate-filled protagonist at the center of it all, and it's already gone on to massive success with fans in only its first chapter alone. Celebrating Kagurabachi's debut with Shonen Jump, Shueisha is highlighting the manga's biggest moments from the first chapter with a cool trailer showing off why it's been such a draw for fans already. And if you don't know what Kagurabachi is, it is again Chihiro Rokuhira, a boy who once trained under his father to become a katana swordsmith. His father's famous for crafting many weapons that helped in a war that took place 15 years before, but the first chapter teases that something happens to his father to set him on a new path, as 38 months later he's much different. Chihiro is shown with a big scar on his face, and he's been hunting down a mysterious group. Filled with hatred for this group, the first chapter sees him cut down a room full of yakuza with ease, and it's revealed that Chihiro's katana is actually imbued with magic powers. The end of the chapter reveals he's hunting down a group of sorcerers named the Hishaku and will cut them down by any means necessary. It's already heating up with fans, and thus all eyes are on the next chapter. It's like on some Pac stuff. All eyes on me. No, I'm goofy stuff. But yeah, people, it looks like if the Japanese take to this one, Shonen Jump might already have a hit. Either that or 3 weeks from now, nobody's going to be talking about it and it'll be a fluke. Time will tell. Moving forward, apparently China is cracking down on anime cosplayers, which off rip I'm gonna say that this is a horrible idea. Cosplaying and a lot of the things that fans do in general help to promote stuff, you know, like we just talked about in a recent episode of FORNEVERNEWS that, you know, they were attacking and striking down YouTube content creators. There was a Spy X Family content creator that went to prison for 2 years because of posting content. So there's been a lot of attacks on creatives when at the end of the day, most of these people, they just really love anime manga. They're not pirating and uploading, you know, full episodes or anything like that. They just love this medium and they like to show it off in their own ways, including cosplaying. However, China reportedly cracking down on anime cosplayers. With the growth popularity of anime, it should come as no surprise that fans looking to bring these characters to life via cosplay have also grown in recent years. At numerous conventions and various other events, cosplayers will routinely create some dazzling displays when it comes to the anime world. China potentially appears to be looking to put the kibosh on any future cosplay endeavors, as the nation has proposed a law that might see its citizens no longer able to do anime apparel. As a part of a new security bill that was proposed by Chinese lawmakers earlier this month, the law on penalties for admission of public security will add a line that might make cosplaying illegal in certain circumstances. A particular clause in the law stated that citizens could not wear clothing that hurt the feelings of the Chinese nation, which was expanded upon with a definition stating any attire might be banned if it jeopardized Chinese national spirit or hurt the national feelings. Yo, what? While the law does not specifically state that anime cosplay would be outlawed, many commentators see the proposed amendment as a byproduct of Japan's recently release of nuclear wastewater into the sea. In a recent video from Fuji TV, a conflict was shown between a Chinese public park employee and those wearing Tang Dynasty costumes. The park employees have reportedly asked them to leave the park due to their attire resembling Japanese clothing. While China does have anime conventions of its own, it will be interesting to see if the proposed law will have an effect on the nation's future in the anime world. Earlier this year, a co-founder of Studio Mappa, Masao Maruyama, stated that China could very well overtake Japan, not anymore, in the anime business in the future. Explaining his thoughts, Maruyama had this to say: in Japan, people are no longer trained in animation. The only reason China hasn't quite caught up with Japan yet is because of a bunch of restrictions imposed on free expression there. If more freedom is unleashed, Japan will be overtaken in no time, and they're not letting that happen. With Mappa's expansive anime roster, Maruyama can certainly be called an expert in the medium, and I'm just gonna say that this is downright disgusting, pathetic. You can't wear certain clothes because it's gonna hurt feelings, and cosplaying is hurting people's feelings. And one of those things that people are looking at it is because dudes was wearing some cosplay at a park in China and they said it reminds them of Japan, and that hurts their feelings. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Yo, this climate is getting crazy. We're entering some really, really scary territory. I mean, I understand that China already has a whole bunch of issues in and of itself. I mean, for crying out loud, look at what Maruyama said about them having all these restrictions on free expression and whatnot. But as far as Japan worrying about China goes, if they're going down this route and making even further imposed restrictions, such as like, yo, dog, you cosplay is going to hurt a Chinese person's feelings. You can't do it no more. It's illegal. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. China's not going to catch up to Japan. They're just going to be used to create the anime for the Japanese, but it won't be like they're going to overtake. They'll just be like, I guess, subset studios that are being used for Japanese, endeavors or whatnot. And this is just sad and pathetic. I'm going to say that. Sad and pathetic that you cannot wear, if I walk around in a freaking Goku outfit, I'm going to hurt a Chinese person's feelings and I'm going to get arrested? Like, that's literally what they're saying could happen. If you walk around and somebody feels, oh, I feel so hurt right now. That Goku outfit, it reminds me of Japan and we have issues with Japan. I can't do this. Please, somebody arrest that man. This is sad and pathetic. I'll say that one more time. This is a disgrace. I'm going to be honest. I don't care. I understand everybody has their own, every nation has their own laws and all that jazz. No, I'm not going to stand for it and say like, yeah, no, that's okay. That's disgusting. What is wrong? But all I can do is give my opinion. I definitely want to know you guys' opinions. How do you feel with China introducing laws that could potentially ban cosplaying because it'll hurt Chinese people's feelings to think about Japan? Yay, nay, maybe you think on the opposite side of the spectrum of me, and that's okay. Let me know. Maybe you feel like, nah, dog, if somebody is offended by something, then there needs to be regulations. Even if, let's just say, there's some, okay, they want to impose laws because they want to protect people's feelings because there's been some very, very strenuous relations between China and Japan over the years, over time, jail time, making it illegal in general. Like, dog, what is this? Illegal for, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't even want to say like a fine, because again, that's just ridiculous. Like, you could be fined for dressing up like Goku wearing an orange gi. And what about if a outfit resembles something, but it's not quite that? Like, what about if a fashion designer designed something that looks similar to something that a Japanese person wears? If there's an anime that is inspired by and influenced by something that they saw in China, an outfit, and they're rocking it, would that make that illegal? Can you no longer wear those outfits? Like, could Japan basically strip China naked in a sense and start putting a whole bunch of stuff in anime where every type of Chinese outfit, they just start putting it in anime? Would that be that you're no longer allowed to wear clothes because, you know, it's illegal to wear clothing? Like, how far are we going to go with this thing? This is absurd. Calling it right now, Japan is going to strip China naked if this law goes into effect and in that manner. But time will tell. Moving forward, apparently there's a new Dragon Ball web series, but don't get hyped, don't get excited. It's not anything that you would think. It's not anime per se by any... because Dragon Ball launches new web series called Watch. Dragon Ball has launched a stop-motion web series by Bandai Namco France, where it looks like they just have figures, you know, stop-motion with figures that it makes it look like they're animated by, I guess, taking like many pictures of them in different poses or whatnot. Dragon Ball has done a lot in its time. From its original manga to its video game outings, the franchise will do just about anything to reach fans. In recent years, Dragon Ball has even reached out with web series like Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and now it seems a brand new web series has launched that no one saw coming and nobody's gonna watch. Like that'll be cool, like for little shorts, right? Those are things that is like, oh, a little 2-minute clip on YouTube, a little 1-minute clip on TikTok, things like that. Like, who wants to watch a full-on reenactment of Goku and Frieza fighting from the Frieza Resurrection F film with figures? Like, I don't know. The update comes from Bandai Namco France, of all places, as you can see above. It turns out the first episode of Dragon Ball stop-motion web series, the cute update brings, I don't know if I'd call that cute. Update brings the Dragon Ball Stars action figure line to life, and it recreates a number of infamous series from Dragon Ball's history. From Goku Black to Super Saiyan God Goku, the entire gang is here. You can see a number of Dragon Ball Stars best pieces. Of course, you can buy most of these action figures from Bandai Namco online, so if you are game to drop some money, you can make your own stop-motion project at home. Obviously, Dragon Ball fans were surprised to see this update, as it came with zero warning. The update comes amid fervor in the fandom as Dragon Ball is gearing up for a big update. If you didn't know, Dragon Ball is preparing to head to New York Comic Con for a special main stage panel. The event's description promises a mysterious teaser will be shown to attendees, so the fandom is up in arms. From a new movie announcement to an anime comeback, Dragon Ball fans want it all. So until New York Comic Con gets underway, they can binge the stop motion project to tide them over. Nobody's binge watching. I'm not binge watching it. Like, that sounds cool. Like, I wouldn't mind, but like they're making it seem like, yo, this is, you know, like Dragon Ball Heroes, dude, or this is like, you know, you could watch this until Super starts up again. Like, no. I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention, which I remember there was rumors of a web series coming for Dragon Ball in general. I think that maybe some people put this together, thought it'd be a cool idea, thought it'd be a great way to promote the toys as well, because a lot of people will buy toys after seeing these things. Like, man, I wouldn't mind that Goku figure. That looks cool. Like, wow, how can I get my hands on that? So I can see it in that and from that angle. But in general, I'm like, I'm not watching. Like, I'll watch here just to see like a clip or two, but that's it. Moving forward, here's a list of Crunchyroll's anime lineup that has been announced for 2023, because the fall 2023 anime season is coming in just a couple more weeks, and Crunchyroll's getting ready for the new wave of anime with the announcement of their fall 2023 anime lineup. It's been a strong year for anime overall, with the first 3 schedules of the year thus far, and all eyes are on the new anime coming this fall to end the year on a strong note to close it all out. But with lots of major anime coming our way, Crunchyroll revealed they'll be offering many of the selections coming over the next few weeks. Here's some of the big premieres for new adaptations, new original anime projects, and major returning franchises like Goblin Slayer, Rise of the Shield Hero, and more. They have more anime coming along with the continuing shows such as One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, but the first state of anime announcements is clearly stacked, and here's the breakdown of it. We got September 28th, Sasaki and Miyano Graduation, A Girl and Her Guard Dog. Okay, okay. I don't know what either of these are, and I probably won't know what a good chunk of them are, but let's go. We got them. And again, this is for Crunchyroll, so it can help you out if you need to know where to find some of these shows. We got September 29th, Free Eren Beyond Journey's End. I know that one, and I do want to watch that one for sure. September 30th, Firefighter Daigo, Rescuer in Orange. October 1st, Shangri-La Frontier. I've heard of that one through, I think, like the manga sales or whatnot. MF Ghost, Berserk of Gluttony. The Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch. October 2nd, Shy, I'm in Love with the Villainous, a playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life, and Ron Komonohashi's Forbidden Deductions. Okay, so October 2nd, we got Ron Komonohashi, which that is the new series from the creator of Katekyo, Hitman Reborn. October 3rd, The Saint Magic's Power is Omnipotent. October 4th, Kami Erabi God.app. Okay, Kizuna no Alel, second season. 16-bit Sensation, Another Layer. October 5th, The Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, Core 2, Under Ninja. October 6th, The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3. I still need to watch Season 2. Goblin Slayer 2. I don't know if I want to watch that. I've heard some crazy things about it. The Kingdoms of Ruin. Girlfriend Season 2. Hypnosismic Division Rap Battle Rhyme Anima Plus. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Hypnosis Mick. Interesting. Okay, I want to check that one out. October 7th, A Returner's Magic Should Be Special. Tear Moon Empire. The Faraway Paladin, The Lord of Rust Mountains. My New Boss is Goofy. Butareva, The Story of a Man Turned into a Pig. What? I Shall Survive Using Potions. And Protocol Rain. October 9th, Dead Mount Death Play Core 2. October 10th, After School Hanako-kun. Oh, is that? I wonder if that's the same one, Toilet Bound. October 12th, Dr. Stone New World Season 3 Part 2. Dr. Stone fans rejoice. October 17th, Heaven's Official Blessing Season 2. October 21st, The Apothecary Diaries. And then coming soon are Overtake, Bullbuster, Arknight's Perish in Frost, My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned, an S-Rank Adventurer. I'm Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady I Rescued a Crash Course in Naughtiness. What is all of this, dog? Migi and Dolly. I think I want to check that one out. I've heard about that one. And Stardust Telepath. And yeah, if any of those anime ring a bell or you're interested in them, they will all be available on Crunchyroll on those dates. Moving forward, fans of Haikyuu, I know y'all been waiting for these movies, or not really waiting for these movies because some of y'all are pissed that they're even about to exist and it's not going to be seasons, but Haikyuu Final Movie Part 1, Decisive Battle at the Garbage Dump, will be revealing new information next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 44. The movie will also have reveals at Haikyuu Fest 2023 on September 24th, 2023. So for people that are interested, there you go. I didn't know that they already announced the name of the first movie, Decisive Battle at the Garbage Dump. Is the Garbage Dump the fact that they're making it into movies? No, let me stop. Then we also have an update for Jump Festa, or we have updates incoming for Jump Festa. It says Jump Festa 2024 will be revealing new information about its red super stages next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 44. So I don't think the red stages are the big stages. I could be wrong on that. But either way, we'll be getting more info on Jump Festa, which Jump Festa is always a fun time. We get all the big announcements for everything to come. Look forward to that. One Piece fans, One Piece manga will be on break next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 44, but we'll return issue number 45 as scheduled. So it's par for the course, and it's good that Oda gets a break. You know, why not? Moving forward, Bleach fans, we got a couple of pieces of Bleach news. For starters, real quickly, there was a video released from Anime Expo 2023 for Bleach that had the voice actor of Ichigo Kurosaki. Apparently he was at Anime Expo having a good time with the fans, and I want to say he also answered some questions. I don't know if it was in this video though, but that's really dope to see that they're bringing the voice actors and everything, and just a demonstration yet again and another example of how big and popular anime has gotten, that they're bringing the Japanese voice actors for like even Bleach all the way over to the US for conventions and whatnot, because fans want to meet these people from all over the world. And again, just shows that anime has exploded. We're way past the days of only getting to see like the English dub voice actors, and a lot of people, you know, unfortunately, even though I rock with a lot of the dub voice actors, don't only want to see the English dub voice actors. A lot of people are sub fans, and they're like, yo, I want to see the person that is going to be saying "Kore wa zombie desu ka?" You know what I'm saying? They want to see those people. So yeah, shout outs to homie coming through, Morita. And then another big piece for Bleach fans. Well, technically Bleach fans, although, you know, some may say it's not Bleach, but Burn the Witch Point 8 manga prologue gets an anime. The 23rd episode of the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War anime ended on Saturday with a teaser promotional video that announced an anime adaptation of Tite Kubo's 2018 Burn the Witch manga prologue. So this was basically right after last week's episode of FORNEVERNEWS. The news broke about this. Tatsuro Kawano is returning from the 2020 Burn the Witch anime film to direct Burn the Witch number 0.8 at Team Yamahitsuji Studio Colorido. The film's main cast is also returning for the new anime. Crunchyroll streamed the 2020 film, and it described the story as, you already know, historically 72% of all deaths in London are related to dragons, fantastical beings invisible to the majority of people. While unknowns to most, some people have been standing up to these dragons. Only inhabitants of reverse London who live in the hidden reverse side of London can see the dragons. Even then, only a select few become qualified enough as witches or wizards to make direct contact with them. The protagonists of the story are witch duo Noelle Nihashi and Nini Sprankle. They are protection agents for Wingbind, an organization for dragon conservation and management. Their mission is to protect and manage the dragons within London on behalf of the people. And basically, this was the one shot that kind of started it all for Burn the Witch that came out, I want to say it was like in 2018. It started off with this one shot, and then eventually they released, I forget if it was like, I think 3 chapters or 6 chapters, something like that, that got turned into those films, or the film or episodes, depending on how you watched Burn the Witch anime. And now they're doing this. I'm guessing that maybe they would have preferred to go with Burn the Witch season 2, but like some new stuff. Probably Tite Kubo has been so wrapped up with, like, you know, the Bleach anime, and maybe he's just not really ready to work on Burn the Witch yet. So they're like, well, we want to do more Burn the Witch, and maybe they signed a contract for like X amount of films or episodes or comics or whatever. And since they can't do it, they're like, well, what about that one shot that he did? Maybe we could tackle that, which the one shot was dope, but I think a lot of people could say that they would have preferred new Burn the Witch opposed to going back and animating something from already, 5 years ago? So it'd probably be next year that we'll get it. So like 6 years later, I don't know. But either way, for people that are excited, I mean, some new animated Burn the Witch, which is in the verse of the Bleach world. So I ain't mad at it. And of course, you know, Thousand Year Blood War will return, I believe, next year for the next core of Bleach. So yeah. Moving forward, apparently there's a Gurren Lagann game, and I didn't even know about it. Gurren Lagann game launches on October 12th. The official Facebook account for K-Lab, Wanda Cinemas Games, and Aniplex's Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann smartphone game, based on Gainax's anime series of the same title, announced on September 13th that the game will launch on iOS and Android October 12th. The game also announced its pre-registration and teased a collaboration with Aniplex's Kill la Kill anime. The game will release more collaboration details soon. And yo, a Gurren Lagann game? That sounds hype. Tetsuya Kakihara and Katsuyuki Konichi are reprising their roles from the anime as Simone and Kamina, respectively. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. The strategy game is the first based on Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Anime Studio Trigger, which features many former Gainax animators, is overseeing the project. The 27-episode Gurren Lagann TV anime premiered in April 2007. And yeah, in case you don't know about Gurren Lagann, you should watch it. Even if you're not into mech anime, it is probably one of the best anime to ever have mech and be, I guess it's technically like a mech anime, but it doesn't feel like, you know, a classic like Gundam type series or anything like that. Gurren Lagann is just, it's gas, it's heat, it's a classic, something you should not miss out on. Go check out Gurren Lagann if you haven't. It is great. Moving forward, there's a big interview with the creator of Invincible, Robert Kirkman. We spoke last week on Forever News about, you know, some of the stuff that he had to say, but he got a whole lot more to say, and I'm very interested in it because, in case you don't know, I'm a big Invincible fan, and I think a lot of people are very excited for season 2, and he has a lot to say about it. So let's read this bad boy. Invincible's creator previews season 2. We know what you want, and we're gonna give it to you. Creator Robert Kirkman tells us everything he can say about season 2 without spoilers. Season 1 of the animated adaptation of Invincible, the superhero comic written by The Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman and illustrated by Corey Walker and Ryan Oatley, made a big splash when it landed on Prime Video March 2021. The show's big twists, unexpected depth, and shockingly graphic violence caught the attention of jaded superhero fans who minded its big emotional moments for memes and buzzed about where the show might go next, at least if they hadn't read the comic, which the show adapts faithfully in many respects. Amazon quickly renewed the series for seasons 2 and 3, and the first half of season 2 will arrive on the service in November. An initial trailer for the season teases new plot arcs around super strong, super fast alien hybrid teenager Mark Grayson, aka Invincible, voiced by Nope's Steven Yeun, and his alien father Nolan, aka Omni-Man J.K. Simmons, and the huge cast of returning characters including superheroes Adam Eve, Gillian Jacobs, Rex Splode, Jason Mantzoukas, and robot Zachary Quinto. But it also promises new characters voiced by an entire library of familiar names: Peter Cullen, the longtime voice of Optimus Prime, oh snap, representing a huge personal moment for Kirkman, Paul F. Tompkins, Ben Schwartz, Phil Lamar. Hey, Phil Lamar, let's go. That's the voice of Static Shock. I'm here for it. Tatiana Maslany, Sterling K. Brown, Davey Diggs, Jay Farrell, and many more. Understanding that Kirkman wouldn't be able to talk specifics about who these people play or what they're up to on the show, Polygon sat down with the Invincible creator for a broad, spoiler-free conversation about what season 2 will look like, the challenge of assembling the voice cast, and what it was like getting I Think You Should Leave star Tim Robinson into the voice studio. This interview's been edited for concision and clarity. In the Invincible comics, there are long periods where Omni-Man isn't part of the story, but at the end of season 1, it seems like Mark's relationship with his father is the focal point of fans' attention. With season 2, are you still following the comics progression? Are you honing in on that relationship more? I know there are a lot of memes around Omni-Man, but I don't think the fan base is only there for Omni-Man. I think this is very much Invincible's story. Season 1 had a lot of Omni-Man in it, and a lot of the stuff we did with him was important. Coming out of the season with him as the character people want to know the most about, what's going on with him, that's by design. The challenge of season 2, we know what you want, and we're going to give it to you, but we also have a story to tell. So I love having the comics as a roadmap and being able to sit back and say, okay, people are expecting this, but they don't know they're getting this because they haven't read the comic. And people who have read the comic might be expecting this, but we're going to be giving them this. So they're going to be surprised too. It's great to be able to sit back and play with those expectations. So without altering the story in any way, I think fans who are dying for more Omni-Man are going to be happy, and fans who are just invested in seeing the comic book story told are going to be happy. I'm very bullish on season 2 of Invincible. I'm anxious to see what people think of it. I read that part of the delay with season 2 is that you eliminated CG completely from the season. What was the thinking behind that? I think that's an assumption that's being made based on some of the comments that were made at the San Diego Comic-Con panel, but I don't think that's necessarily a delay. With COVID, there was a longer break in production than we wanted there to be. It took some time to rebuild the team, and frankly, I like a lot of the CG elements in season 1, but I feel like at certain points they stand out. So doing less CG in season 2 and 3 is a creative decision. The delays were really just COVID. Making a cartoon is like assembling a factory and letting it run, and because of COVID, we had to shut the factory down. So getting into seasons 2 and 3, we had to rebuild the factory and get it up and running again, and that took a lot of time. Season 1's theme seems to be Mark figuring out who he is on his own, what it means to be a hero who isn't just ancillary to his dad. Do you think of season 2 as having a single unifying theme? In some sense, season 1 is Mark wanting to be his dad, and season 2 is Mark being terrified that he might be his dad. But to take your analogy, if season 1 is him trying to become a superhero in his own right, season 2 is him getting there and maybe regretting the speed with which he thrust himself into this position. It's definitely a be careful what you wish for situation, because now he's that guy he strived to be, and it's nothing but problems and this tremendous burden. There were plot arcs from the comics that you blitzed by or cut in season 1 seemingly for pacing and focus. Are you doing that with season 2 as well? Are you filling in any of that backstory now that you've got an established fandom? There's certainly an adaptation process, so there are things that are going to be truncating and things we're going to be expanding. I think that there are things that are cool and piece of the mythology, but they're not necessarily important. And there are things that are great, but we're not going to give them an entire episode. What I'm excited about is there are episodes in season 2 that are absolutely crazy. A problem is going to present itself at the beginning and be resolved very early on, and another problem is going to present itself, and you're going to get a really, really dense story. And it's fun for me because I think some people are going to be really shocked with just how many locations and settings and characters we're able to put in 1 hour long dramatic episode. One of the big focuses of the first season 2 trailer is all the new voices involved. Can we talk about some of the new characters or some of the people that are coming in to play new characters? I can talk about the actors, but we're keeping a tight lid on who exactly they're playing, even though some people might have guessed. I'm most curious about Tim Robinson. I can hint that Tim Robinson is definitely playing a character who appears in the comic, and it's a character I'm super excited for people to see. Tim did an absolutely amazing job. Are you a fan of I Think You Should Leave? Oh, 100%. But I was a fan of Tim Robinson when he was at SNL. I was like, oh my god, this guy is brilliant. Like every skit that he would show up in. SNL does that thing where the last half hour is just weird sometimes, and he would have some of those skits, and they were just spectacular. With his recording sessions, I feel like I was taking advantage of him a couple of times because I'd be like, can you do it again? Because I'm having a good time. He was a lot of fun to work with. How long do we have to wait to see him? That would be telling. What about Tatiana Maslany? Even if we can't talk about her character, how long do we have to wait to hear her on the show? She's in the first half. Did your own fandoms affect who you were recruiting for roles? Were any of the new voices from people you especially wanted to see involved in the show? Oh yeah, in a lot of cases. When you cast a show, you're always fan casting to a certain extent when you're writing the script. Like, oh my gosh, if I could just get this person, that would be amazing. Sometimes it'll happen where the person you're absolutely dying to get doesn't work in animation or is on vacation the week you're recording. That happened a few times. But you work with a casting director. Linda Lamontagne would sometimes come in with these crazy lists like, I read the script and I was thinking about this group of people who seem to be in the ballpark, and I'd be like, oh, this is way more exciting than the person I had in mind. Obviously, I'm not going to name names. It's a collaborative process. Showrunner producer Simon Rasiopa, co-creator artist Corey Walker, co-creator artist Ryan Oatley will come in, supervising director Dan Duncan, artist storyboard Sean O'Neill. Everybody has a say in who's going after, and it's fun to be able to just sit around with a bunch of cool people and say, you think we could get Leah Thompson for this? That'd be amazing. I mean, I love Breaking Bad, so Rhea Seehorn is in the show, you know? Who else were you especially excited about? I wrote and produced on the Renfield movie with Ben Schwartz, and on set with Ben, getting to know him and hanging out, the character he plays in Invincible, we hadn't necessarily had anybody in mind for. And then I thought, oh my gosh, Ben will be absolutely amazing for this. So that was fun, being able to take advantage of that friendship and utilize it to my benefit. The character he plays was cast while we were still writing scripts, so because he was cast fairly early on in the recording process, his character got so much better and so much cooler because of us deciding to write for him. Because once we saw what he was able to do and had his first recording sessions, it was like, oh man, this is really going to be great. It's always fun to see the actors come in and show you what a character can be. Apart from Mark and his dad, whose arc are you most excited about this season? You're asking me to play favorites and I refuse. It's tough. If I'm writing a scene with Monster Girl is my favorite. If I'm writing a scene with Robot, Rexplode, Adam Eve, there's a lot of stuff going on with Adam Eve this season. There's a lot of stuff going on with Debbie. So those characters, I'm very excited about stuff coming up in season 2 for them. Gillian Jacobs and Sandra Oh have come in and embodied the characters and opened my eyes to new facets of them that I never knew existed. That's really gratifying and amazing. So I'll say Adam, Eve, and Debbie if I have to answer. But it's tough. There are a lot of new characters coming in that I unfortunately can't talk about. I love the tandem robot from Zachary Quinto and Ross Marquand. Having 2 actors play the same character has been really exciting and interesting, and we've been able to do some cool stuff with that, and both of those actors are spectacular. Ross is doing double, triple duty playing young Robot and the Immortal. That's been pretty cool. I think Clary Payton's Black Samson gets a lot of great stuff in season 2. It's just great to be able to work with a lot of these Walking Dead actors again. Looking back at season 1, you could probably point to a couple of general ideas that you knew fans were going to lose their minds over. Is there anything you could talk about in terms of what fandoms should be excited about for this season? There's cool and unexpected stuff in every episode, not necessarily Mark and Omni-Man fighting level in every episode, but close. Season 2 is going to have a bigger punch than season 1. I hate being so vague. Also, with the way we're splitting the season, episode 4 is huge, and it very much feels like a finale, and that ends up giving us a second finale for episode 8. Those 2 episodes are particularly big and climactic and exciting. I'm really excited for people to finally get to see it. We're only a few short months away, and it's not just violent stuff. There are a lot of big character moments and big reveals and dramatic turns as well. Season 2 is jam-packed. What's your ideal big picture ultimately for the series? Do you have a sense at this point, based on the pacing you're going at, how many seasons you need to do the whole comic, or at least tell the story you want to tell? I'm trying not to pin it down to a number because it's somewhat of a moving target. I think in the 7 to 8 season range seems like it would be enough, but there could be some things we move through a little faster, some things we expand. If we're fortunate enough to go for a good long time, I think that would be enough to cover the entire comic. And there are some things along the way that didn't get into the comic that I like to do. I think it'd be cool to have some episodes here and there that are completely original, so that's part of the plan moving forward. And yeah, people, I know that was a bit lengthy, but I definitely wanted to cover that because that's pretty insightful to note that it looks like they put a lot into Invincible Season 2. So I'm pretty confident in saying that this is going to be an awesome season, but only time will tell. Either way, can't freaking wait for it. Moving forward, we got an update from Mangaplus. Apparently, there's a notice of service renewal that has people talking. It says here, notice of service renewal. Thank you for always using Mangaplus by Shueisha. Exciting changes are coming. We're gearing up for a major update to enhance our platform. Among the upcoming enhancements will be changes to the available manga. More information coming with the renewal. We appreciate your continued support for Mangaplus by Shueisha. And I'm interested in what that means, that exciting changes are coming. Hopefully it doesn't mean that they're going to be subtracting anything, because that would be bad. Like, yeah, we got some exciting changes. We're getting rid of this manga, that manga. I'm assuming maybe they're going to be adding more titles in different languages, more titles in general, things of that nature. And that's why they're putting that notice out, because other than that, if they just start taking stuff off, that would be terrible. So hopefully that's not the case, but we will see. Moving forward, just a quick update on Jujutsu Kaisen fans being absolute garbage, and we'll call them Jujutsu Kaisen fans, but they're, I don't know, because it says here on Twitter, it was trending the phrase Gege when I catch you with over 10 posts, because apparently once again anime and manga fans can't take it when things don't go their way, and something happened to the Jujutsu Kaisen manga recently that has fans enraged to the point that they're even if it's joking, saying Gege when I catch you, they want to put hands on Gege because they don't like what happened. And there's a lot of people saying this is the downfall of Jujutsu Kaisen and all of the same dribble that happens whenever manga fans don't get their way. And yeah, I ain't a fan of it. It's not funny, Gege when I catch you, because something actually did happen to Gege Akutami, because y'all want to be joking around. Yeah, y'all not gonna feel good about it, right? I know some of you are still absolute animals. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, he got hurt, yeah. Like, no. Also, when you catch him, you ain't gonna catch him. That's why y'all don't know what homie look like. Moving forward, apparently we got some info on the upcoming My Hero Academia OVA. It says here, My Hero Academia UA Heroes Battle OVA key visual. This special anime episode will be screened on 10 limited theaters for a week from October 20th to October 26th, 2023. And I'm wondering, is this going to be like in the US they're referring to, or in Japan? I'm assuming that this is in Japan, UA Heroes Battle. The visual looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that, yeah, this is that whole thing of how, again, they had 10 years, 10 movies, and because there's no movie this year, they got to put something out in theaters, so they're going to put this quick little limited run of an OVA to get people prepared for next year's big theatrical release, My Hero Academia, the movie, which still makes no sense. Like, yo, it's the fourth movie. Why y'all naming it like if it's the first movie? You know what I mean? Like, the first movie was called Two Heroes. I feel it was called Two Heroes. Second movie was Hero Rising. Third movie, I don't know, something about Rhodey. But either way, this OVA, we'll probably catch it eventually online. I'm not hard pressed about it. It looks cool though. Quick story I wanted to throw in here. Apparently One Piece's Eiichiro Oda said that he wanted to introduce Fishman in chapter 3 of One Piece, but his editor rejected it. Not sure if this was a good decision or not. Yeah, because Fishman turned out to be pretty freaking important, and I think that would have been cool. In fact, I still wonder why we didn't get a Fishman on the crew until way later. Like how many freaking hundreds and hundreds of episodes in until we get Jinbei, you know what I'm saying? Okay, people, let's slow it down with the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. We got Kagurabachi Takeru Hokazono's first author comment. I have been honored with the opportunity to draw lots of manga, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And yeah, people, buckle up, or shall I say, homie, you, Takeru, buckle up, because it's gonna be a hell of a ride with all the hype that this manga is getting, for better or worse. We got Yoshihiko Hayashi from Mama Yuyu. I bought and read Jump from 3rd grade through high school. How long will my series last? That's a shame that that's one of his thoughts, like week 2 into his manga being published. How long will my series last? Undead Unluck's Yoshifumi Tozuka. The anime opening will be Queen Bee. The ending will be Kairi Yagi. I can't wait to hear them on my TV. So exciting. Nue's Exorcist's Kota Kawaii. I continue to turn my back on the fact that working while slightly hungry is the most efficient. Sakamoto Days is Yuto Suzuki. I bought the complete set of Dragon Ball re-releases. My Dragon Ball passion has returned. Hey, okay. One Piece, Eiichiro Oda. I went to LA. It was fun getting even friendlier with the Netflix and Tomorrow Studios members. Yeah, you just wanted to be a little friendly with Emily Rudd, Nami. Don't play Oda. We know either that or you was trying to get a little cozy with Nojiko up in there. Yeah, we know you, Oda. Stop playing with us, homie. We got Blue Boxes, Koji Miura. Lately, I've been going to Choco Zap after my twice weekly Seitai therapy. I want to be healthier. My Hero Academia's Kohei Horikoshi. I dreamed that Toshido Mifune did the reverse lotus on me. What I had watched that day was well reflected in my dream. Alright, Horikoshi having some wild dreams there, boy. Akane Banashi's Yuki Suenaga. The One Piece live action show is awesome. Lighthouse was great too. One Piece was pretty awesome. Kill Blues Tadatoshi Fujimaki. It's been a while now, but I watched The Boy and the Heron. More than a movie, it was art. I want to see that movie. I'm not gonna lie. I want to check it out. We got Mission Yozakura family's Hitsuji Gandaira. Get emotional when I rediscover random Western movies I saw on satellite TV back in the day through the internet. Why? Me and Roboko's Shuhei Miyazaki. The Oza tournament. Nagase Oza is too strong. He's so cool. I'm rooting for you. You can do it. Witch Watch Kenta Shinohara. While working, I watched the first Rocky movie to the final one, and now I talk like Rocky. We got Kawada from Martial Master Asumi. There's a voice comic of the series on YouTube. Thank you. Please check it out. The Ichinose Family Deadly Sins Taisen 5. Has it started to cool down? Please enjoy chapter 41. Damn, we're 41 chapters into this already, huh? Cypher Academy Nisio Isen. Thank you to everyone who voted for us for the Suginikuru Manga Award 2023. Icehead Gills Equal Hachia. I keep forgetting to give my assistants the reference material, yet they return with amazing background art. I'm so thankful. Do retries Jun Kirarazaka. It was so fun to create this manga. I hope all of you keep retrying just like Aozoro. And yeah, it's a shame. Another one that bit the dust and got canceled out of Weekly Shonen Jump, That axe never stops being grinded. They never stop. Okay, people, and let's close this bad boy off with the top 50 best-selling manga of the week, courtesy of Jose_Ke. And we got at number 50, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 22, with 9.9 this week, bringing its total to 1,530,000. So probably the last week this volume will be in the top 50, I'm imagining. Then we got at number 47, Kaiju number 8, Volume 10, doing 10.6 this week, bringing its total to 352K. I'm imagining that it's going to take the anime to bring these numbers back up, because Kaiju number 8 was selling a lot more a few years back. Okay, we got Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt Volume 22 in 12 days, 52.9 with 12 this week. Okay. What the hell is Manchuria Opium Squad? Yep, we're not even going to check that out. We got 40 through 31. One Piece Volume 106 doing 1.6 million with 12.8K this week. Big numbers as always for that One Piece greatness. We got Bocchi the Rock Volume 6 in 17 days doing 119K or 119.8, almost 120. Not bad at all. We got Chainsaw Man Volume 15 still on the charts doing 13.6 this week, bringing its total nearly to 379. Good stuff there. What the heck is Under Ninja? That art looks kind of cool. Volume 11 in 5 days, 14.9, almost 15K. Okay, we see you. We got that wannabe Fullmetal Alchemist. We got Kaitanaka no Osan Kensei ni Naru Volume 4 in 18 days, 129K. Good stuff there. Again, it looks so much like Ed Elric, but yeah. We got places 30 through 21. At number 30, the JoJo Lands, JoJo Part 9, Volume 1, still on the charts in 24 days, 218.9 with 16 this week. Let's go. We got Mission Yozakura Family, Volume 19. In a full 7 days, it did 17.752. So, 19 volumes in and you're doing those numbers, they have cut manga for way worse, way worse, or way better, I would say. Like, I remember it was, Hungry Joker had their, 24K, and, that was only, a couple volumes in, and they canceled that. It's strange. They be playing favoritisms, I'm gonna call it. They play favoritisms, 17.7, just now about to get an anime, 19 volumes in. I don't know. We got Bakido, Volume 17, Baki the Grappler. 4 days on sale, 18.5. I've noticed, just a quick intermission from this. I've really noticed that manga sales over the last few years have gone down a lot. Like, in these places right here, we would be looking at 50s and 60K sellers. Manga sales have gone down. Despite what they're telling you about the industry improving and all that jazz, it looks like manga sales are not doing as good as they used to, minus the select few that explode. Just wanted to point that out. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 23, 19K this week, 1.283 in total. Let's compare that to One Piece real quick. Hold on, let me go back. One Piece is at 1.606 and Jujutsu Kaisen is at 1.2. Okay, it's catching up. It's catching up. Okay. We got Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 20 in 17 days, 101.1. Okay, breaking the six figures. We got Kill Blue Volume 1, the new manga from the creator of Kuroko no Basket. In a full 7 days, it did 19.8, almost 20K. I wonder if that's enough to solidify that it'll stick around. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it could stick around because that's almost 20K on a brand new manga, and I don't think his last manga that he tried to run with did well. Not to mention, it's a brand new manga and it outsold the latest volume of Mission Yozakura Family, which is a manga that's been around for a little bit. It outsold the latest volume of Bakido, even though that's not a jump title, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, it's doing pretty freaking well, so just wanted to point that out there, that Kill Blue, almost 20K. This might be the creator of Kuroko no Basket's next hit. We'll see, though, because I think after this, he probably is going to leave the magazine. I don't know. But we got 20 through 11, Twin Star Exorcist. Holy shit, that looks like a character from Tokyo Ghoul that I can't remember homie's name. Dude that went nuts in Twin Star Exorcist Volume 32 in 4 days, 23.1K. Okay. What the hell is Given? Volume 9 in 10 days, 59.1. All right, Given. It's given decent sales. Ayakashi Triangle Volume 15 in 7 days, 27.4. Those sales are down as well. The Elusive Samurai Volume 12 in 7 days, 31.2. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I mean, if you compare it to like Assassination Classroom, night and day, but still not too bad. And now we got top 10. We got, let's see here, we got the Slime series, a limited edition of Volume 24 in 3 days, 34K for the limited. Not bad. March comes in like a lion, Volume 17 in 13 days, 354K. Big stuff with 61 this week. Bungo Stray Dogs Volume 24 in a full 7 days, 86.9. Pretty decent. Sakamoto Days, and this is why they're going to keep Sakamoto, because Volume 13 in the full 7 days did almost 66K, 65.9. Not bad at all. Definitely their leader of newbies now that Black Clover and a lot of other stuff has won. We got Volume 34 of Iruma-kun in 4 days, 80K. Yeah, manga sales are down. I'm calling it, dude. Manga sales are not what they were a few years ago. Tensai Shitara Slime Datteken Volume 24 in 3 days, 154K, leaving number 1 Mystery to Lunakare Volume 13 in 3 days, 177.699. Big stuff for this series, and I know the series has been popping for a while. I haven't seen a new volume in a while, but it's dope to see it popping. And yeah, top 50, very interesting. But let me know, for people that, especially if you are regular of watching the segment, this is one of the 2 segments that we always utilize for Forever News. Do you feel like manga sales have gone down dramatically over the last few years? Like, I gotta go back and check like 2021 and even 2022 and look at what manga sales were on average on the top 50 and what it's at now, because to me it feels like numbers have dropped significantly for manga sales as anime and manga expands globally. But let me know what you guys think about that. And in general, shout outs to all the manga that are selling regardless. Like, it's cool to see art selling. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm Tim, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace, and you guys just watched another episode of Forever News. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to check out The Rise of Tim Roosevelt. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Subscribe. You know you want to get the news. You dig? Yeah. Peace in.
This is for my day one. This is for my day one.
I would like to thank each and every person that has taken time to listen and provide feedback for my new album that is out right now, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, pretty much anywhere you get your music. You can listen to it. Link in the description below so you could go check it out for yourself. Thank you so much, and let's keep on rocking out, you know?